Yeah, my video cut off again, which is really annoying because it was right at the point where I was talking about my cool Islamic discovery. And yeah. So let's go back to that, shall we? I don't know if in my last video I explained. Yeah, I did explain it because I was looking it up when it got cut off, right? I was talking about how dumb I was Quranic wise. I just said Quranic. It's Quran. Quran wise. Anyway, so I'm gonna go back to the book now. Book. Pretty Gold book. Which, by the way, I think the video webcam thing only records 8 minutes, so you have to do this very quickly. Hi. Yeah, my sister just walked into the room.
Why?
Anyways, because I'm doing a webcam thing. Making another video. Okay. So. Certain Nisa. Where is the ayah? Okay, the ayah. Ayah 30. Okay, ayah 34. So basically it says here in this ayah that, and should they persist, strike them. Which basically this means, what is Allah saying is that if a woman continues to act upon this behavior, you're supposed to strike them. But I didn't like this word strike because it really doesn't help my argument. So I was thinking about it over and over and over again, like, why in the world would Allah say the word strike? Why would he use it here in this context? I don't agree with this, you know, and I was like praying for something to come to me, and then it did. Okay, alhamdulillah. I noticed that in chapter 26, ayah 63, Allah talks about the story of Musa when he was running away from Pharaoh, and he told him to like strike the ocean and have it split, and then they were supposed to cross the ocean. Like, everyone, you should know the story. And then and then Pharaoh, the ocean was supposed to close on him, then he was supposed to drown and die, you know. Okay. So in chapter 26, he's explaining this. AS 63, you can look it up. So he revealed to Moses, strike the sea with your staff, thus the sea split. So I thought, okay, he's talking about splitting the sea apart, right? So in a relationship, or in like any kind of relationship, whenever you get mad at someone, you want space from them, so you split apart from someone. It's like, hey, connection. Law wasn't saying strike them like with your hand. He was saying split apart from them, and that's kind of the translation that I'm going to take from now on. I thought that was really interesting. But even more so, I went back into this ayah and I was like, okay, what's, you know, I wanted to look to see other cool things in the Surah Nisa, because it's really interesting to see the way that Allah talks about women. And there's this part where, here, I noticed that there's a balance. Like when he talks about men, he says that men should do something, he says that women should do something, like it says. To men, goes in recompense and portion that they have earned, and to women goes in recompense the portion they have earned. And it's the exact same wording, but there's like a balance. To men do this, to women do that, and it's the same thing. And then he talks women in an even more cooler way by saying, moreover, this is, okay, the ayah that I just read is ayah 4, chapter 4, ayah 32. And this one that I'm going to read, Allah's talking about marriage, and he says, moreover, give the women whom you marry their rightful marriage present unconditionally. Yet, if they are pleased to give something of it to you, then enjoy it, sell you briskly, pleasantly. So, this is basically Allah saying that when you're going to get married, you give the woman a dowry. You are supposed, like, that's the law. Give the woman a dowry. But if you're lucky, the woman can give a dowry to you, and it's optional for them. Which I thought was really cool. And like, whenever, you know, I was like raised, whenever you have a problem with Islam, look it up, question it, use your sources. And I just thought those were really interesting discoveries. Always, whenever you have these kind of questions, go to the Quran, because I found something else that was really interesting, which was, the other day I was talking to my dad about the story of Adam and Eve, and Cain and Abel. And you know, I think everyone is familiar with the Cain and Abel story. Like when you what? Oh yeah, Cain and Abel. They got into a fight over supposedly a girl about like who they wanted to marry. Um, one wanted to marry the pretty girl, and the other one wanted to marry the pretty girl, and no one wanted to marry the ugly girl. So they got into a fight, and one brother killed the other, and the one that was supposed to marry the ugly girl ended up marrying the pretty girl. And so I was like, wow, I really don't like the fact that women was the cause of this fight and the first murder. So I went to look it up in the Quran, and I noticed that in this chapter, we don't know if their names are really Cain and Abel. It's just saying that according to Hadith, we just named them Cain and Abel. The Quran doesn't say that at all. B, the Quran also doesn't say that this fight started because of women. This is just scholars, they just say that. And honestly, if you know, the Bible, Eve was the one who persuaded Adam to take from the tree. Okay? Come on. Like it's not the women. It's in the Quran it doesn't say that Eve persuaded Adam to take from the tree. Adam took from the tree from himself, and in the same way, Allah is not saying that women were the cause of this. He's saying that they got into a fight. We don't know what the fight was, but the purpose of this story is that one brother killed the other. Killing is wrong, and if someone does die, these are the... A minute, can you close the door? These are the rituals that you're supposed to take, or you're supposed to do when someone dies. So I was like, okay, that's, you know, pretty cool. It's just like, you need to look up these things and don't believe everything that you hear. Obviously my opinion changed from yesterday. Quran is really pretty cool. And that's basically what I said in the last part of my video. Yeah, so if you have any thoughts about that, be sure to tell me. Thanks for listening. Bye.